See, please wait. Wow, I just learned something new. Shift, restart. Holy shit, this is cool! Alright, I am back, guys. How have you been? I hope you enjoyed the break. I sure didn't. So, we're gonna insert the totally legit Windows 10 installation media. Alright, so, I have the Boot Camp drivers right here in my pocket. I mean, on the flash drive. So we have our nice little folders and all that. That's all good. I have installation media, hopefully it works, and I'm planning to just restore my previous system because I used the backup and restore utility, and I have a backup of my Windows system on one of my hard drives. I have to determine which one because I don't remember. So we already have this, so hopefully we can just install Windows 7 or later, and it should just be able to read the disk, and everyone should be happy, and we don't have to... Yes! Okay, it's actually letting me partition the disk now, so... Windows support software not detected. Boot Camp Assistant did not detect the presence of Windows support software. Wait, that's bullshit. It's plugged in. It's right. I hate this automatic stuff. Why can't like a power user just do his thing? So you know what? I think I'm just gonna say screw it. We're going into manual mode. Brent, shift the gears into manual, please. You sound like a freaking race car. You mother... Alright, so we got disk utility here. What I'm going to do is just go into manual mode. The Boot Camp Assistant's nice and all, but for some reason it does not want to play nicely with me. So I'm just going to manually add in just an 80 gigabyte partition. And I'm just going to do MS-DOS FAT for now. I'm just going to reformat it in the Windows system anyway. So we'll just call it Win... And we'll do that and set it to 80 gigs, make sure that's all good, and apply. So now we'll just resize the partition table. Excuse the background noise, there's a swamp cooler running, but anyway, here's what's going on. I do not like the new disk utility in El Capitan, guys, because if you look at the footage here, you'll see that I typed in 80, but right when I hit apply, it changed. Why would it do that on me? Because the new disk utility is quite stupid, and it's just so tedious. So now it's sucking up my entire hard drive, making this giant additional partition that I didn't even want. Good job, Apple. Oh yeah, you know how to software. Good, good. I love it. Alright, well I finally got disk utility to cooperate with me. Now the storage bar kind of looks like one of those patriotic ice pops. That's great. Alright, so it looks like the boot picker actually detected the Windows CD, so let's boot into there and keep our fingers crossed. Fucking A! Oh, I was still rolling when that happened. Jeez, they had the tripod head too loose. Yeah, that's on camera now. Woo! There we have our Windows logo. That's a good sign. Alright, so we're going to choose English. Oh, well, I'm getting a wire call. Alright, so we got English and product key. I have my Windows 8 one, which should work. It's in my email, so I'll skip that for now. And I do have Windows 10 Pro. That's what I'm registered for, so let's do next. I'm going to read the entire license agreement right now. Call me Ishmael. Depending on how you obtain the Windows software, I've read enough. So we'll hit check, next, and we have this Windows partition, which we will format for NTFS. I set it for 80, but it looks like it's actually reading it as 73.8. That should be enough space. So now this is the fun part. How do I actually restore the data to this drive here? Is there some utility I'm supposed to use? Brent, help me out here.
What are we doing?
How do I actually restore my Windows system? So Brent suggested that we just install Windows and then use the recovery mode from the advanced boot options. That makes sense because I think I remember seeing that in there earlier. So we have partition 4. I remember making an 80 gig partition. This is 73.8, so that must be it. We just formatted it. And now we'll hit next, and copying Windows files. Here we go. This is coming from a CD or DVD, which is a bit slow, but it's writing to an SSD, so the expansion should be rather fast. Oh, it looks like I bent my computer screen. It's quite a bit damaged. Oh no, that's just how wide my lens is. You're jealous of my wide lens. Anyway, I'm going to do this product key thing later, because I don't actually have the key on standby here. So I'm just going to hit Express Settings because we're probably going to wipe this stuff out anyway as soon as I get the external hard drive up, and then we should be able to restore. Wow, it's really late. Apparently it's 2:24 in the morning. Well, that's not good. All right, so we're just going to restart now, and advanced startup options. Is that like F8 or some chiz? Ah, hold down Shift. Very smart. I do see please wait. Wow, I just learned something new. Shift, restart. Holy shit, this is cool! Alright, so I'm gonna go to troubleshoot, I'm guessing. And I'm gonna go to advanced options. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so I'm gonna go into there. I got the black screen of death. And let's see where that goes. We got system image recovery. Preparing system image recovery. With that fun little spinny thing. Windows cannot find a system image on this computer. Attach a backup hard disk or insert the final DVD from a backup set and click retry. Alternatively, close this dialog for more options. I'm going to close this, and I'm just going to do select here. And I'm going to go to advanced and search an image on the... No, not on the network. What the hell? Install a driver. What? Alright, so I don't know if this will fix the problem, but I think I know what might be going on here. The backup image was actually transferred to an HFS volume for storage. There's nothing to read HFS partitions on this system right now. Oopsie! So, I'm going to have to make... I don't know. I don't even know if we can read from exFAT inside that utility there. Oh boy, I'm going to have to figure something out now. Alright, so what I'm attempting to do now is take the Windows image backup folder and move it to an exFAT drive so it's actually readable. Now, I'm not sure if the advanced boot options is going to be able to pick that up, but I'm hoping so. Because really, I don't see why it wouldn't work. I mean, it has a full backup of my computer here. It has my PC name right there. It has catalog, logs, media ID, whatever the frick that is. It has this giant backup folder that's like 60 gigs in size, and then it has a VHDX file, which I think is virtual hard disk. So, yep, unfortunately, that was my thought. I had a feeling that I would need to use an NTFS volume to mount the virtual hard disk, so that's probably why none of the utilities are picking it up. Okay, so I took that accidentally built HFS volume, you know, the really big one I didn't mean to make. I took that, made it exFAT, and now... just turned it into an NTFS drive using Windows here. So now that should be good to go. We have plenty of space. So I should be able to take the exFAT drive here. Here's the Windows image backup, right? So I should be able to just copy this somehow. How do you... Or cut. I don't think I can right click on this thing yet. So let's... oh boy. Right, here we go. Home. So we're going to do a cut. Go back to the PC, go to the NTFS drive D, and paste that sucker in there. So now that should move over to the new partition, and we get to watch the fun little graph. And yeah, we're getting about 45 megabytes per second. Gosh, you know, it would be nice if I could use Thunderbolt 3, right? Oh, wait, no Macs have Thunderbolt 3 yet. You know, they pushed Thunderbolt, but no Macs have version 3. Hey, at least Apple has their priorities straight. They made a pink laptop. That's more important than high-speed data. So anyway, I did a video on this a while ago, One More Line. It's an addicting game that's really fun to play while I wait for files to transfer. So I'm going to be doing that. I don't know what you'll be doing, but hopefully you can keep both hands on the keyboard. Alright, so I have the stuff on an NTFS volume right now, and it says the disk image isn't... Well, this is the VHDX file, by the way, that was made from the backup and restore application. It says the disk image isn't initialized, contains partitions that aren't recognizable, or contains volumes that haven't been assigned drive letters. Please use the disk management snap-in to make sure that the disk, partitions, and volumes are in a usable state. And this could be why the backup and restore utility is finding zilch. So... Brent is my lifeline here, and he's helping me out. So right now we're inside the disk management snap-in, and, well, he's maybe...
Just call it disk management.
Well, it's a snap-in!
Yeah, but no one really says snap-in.
Well, this is...
Call it disk management.
This is way different than anything I've ever done on a computer. I mean, this is... I don't know. I just learned what a snap-in is today.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what do I do here?
The disk is mounted, but it was not mounted with a drive letter.
All right, well...
Click.
I remember I can't
right click on that volume.
I can't right click right now.
You're gonna have to.
Oh, okay, fine. Hang on. Let me see if I can attach a Bluetooth mouse here, because I actually don't have any like right-click support right now. I'm right-clicking. All right, so I got some doohickeys here.
Change drive letter and pass.
All right. Add?
Add.
All right.
And just assign it the drive letter F.
Assign F. Okay. Yo! Dude!
Now that volume has a drive letter.
Fuck yeah, bitch! So now what?
Try again.
Okay, well, let's... Okay, so when I refresh, it still doesn't find... So just for shits and giggles, we're going to try that system recovery thing and just see if it finds the NTFS volume with the now working disk image. Hopes are a little low, but we're going to try it anyway. If this doesn't work, I'm just thinking I'll just transfer my files over manually, reinstall the few apps that I do use. I mainly only use Windows for my live broadcasts anyway, so it shouldn't be terrible. So we'll go to Troubleshoot, Advanced, System Image Recovery. Use the latest available system image, May 14th, on the D drive. Hey, this might actually work. Next. To restore this computer, Windows needs to format the drive that the Windows recovery environment is currently running on. To continue with the restore, shut down this computer and boot it from a Windows installation disk or a system repair disk and then hit restore again. So, I have a Windows 10 disk in here, so is there a way to get to these tools like on the DVD?
Yes. Just boot from the Windows 10 disk.
Alright, let's do that. So, let me plug the super drive back in after this shuts down. That gave me hope! That gave me some hope, Brent! I finally have some hope on this show!
It's amazing just how well I Windows.
Brent Windows as well. Being a Mac user, I also like working with Windows. I mean, Windows, not Windows. Image recovery. Select target operating system. I'm guessing it's our only option. I'd like to phone a friend,
Yeah.
Regis. Alright, it shows up. That was May 14th. I remember doing that because I went to see Keanu, that new Key and Peele movie, and I let it run while I was at the theater.
How was that?
I personally thought it was great. Like, I don't watch a lot of comedies because I like movies with, like, deeper themes and motifs and, like, life lessons.
Yeah,
but-
the exact opposite of that.
But I make exceptions for comedy, and it was actually really good, and I think I'd like to watch it again sometime. And the cat was so cute!
Yeah,
He's
I
so
saw
cute!
the ads for that, and I was like, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah. EFI system partition, comma, C colon.
Yep, that means it's going to restore your system partition and the C drive.
All disks to be restored will be formatted. This is in italics, by the way, so it's really important. Actually, everything's in italics. All disks to be restored will be formatted and replaced with the layout and data in the system image. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, and if it screws up the Mac stuff, I have a Time Machine backup of it. Anyway, it failed.
What the fuck? Wait,
A different firmware. That computer was using EFI and this computer is using BIOS. What? Alright, so right now I wiped out the NTFS partition and I have the Windows installation media mounted, I have the Boot Camp drivers on the flash drive mounted, and I'm currently using the Boot Camp Assistant to automatically partition the disk, and this is what I did last time, and it worked. I didn't do anything manually outside of this thing. It just did it. Oh, it looks like it's actually rebooting right now. Brent, get a load of this. I mean, like, I can't read anything. It's so tiny. All right, hang on. Let me just hyper zoom this thing in a little bit. There we go. It's still.
I'm expecting a 96 DPI display, and I'm not changing my mind on that.
It wasn't doing that before, though. Only with, like, the boot camp thing. So it's like it automatically already changed something.
Hey!
That's interesting to me. All right, so let's... Oh my... But the mouse cursor... Hang on. The mouse cursor is still, like, really freaking big. I don't know if you can see that through wire.
I
But...
can't. Like, move it into the blue area?
Yeah. The mouse cursor is, like,
Cursor installed.
ginormous. All right, so I'm going to hit next. Could be. And of course, the license agreement font is like super huge. I tell ya, if it's not one thing, it's another. I legitimately don't know what's going on. The partition table was restored. I followed instructions. That's the thing that drives me crazy when you follow instructions, like exactly, and stuff still doesn't work. Alright, so get this. Now all of a sudden I can't install because it says it's GPT. But here's the thing. Yeah, it's GPT because it's a Mac and I'm using an HFS volume. And I'm sharing it with a Windows volume, NTFS. This one DVD that is in here is giving a Windows option and an EFI boot option. The one error message, I don't even remember if we showed it in the video or not, said that the computer was like last using EFI and it was currently configured with BIOS and the installation could not continue. But I swear it nothing worked anyway when the boot camp thing automatically went through and it used this installer. But that aside, we're just going to try these two options manually from the boot picker. So, smack and return. So here we have our options. Windows 10 Pro, description, Windows 10 Pro, just in case you missed that the first time. Does this look like it's familiar? I'm getting deja vu. Holy shish. I'm getting deja vu squared. And shit, there it is. Windows could not update the computer's boot configuration. Installation cannot proceed. Okay, I am officially out of things to say. Every time I use the Boot Camp Assistant to do the partitioning, this happens. And I just don't know what else to do. I mean, maybe I just need a different Windows installation media. Maybe I can do that for the future. That could be the big problem. Maybe this installation media is just not compatible with whatever I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to go back to what we were doing before. Manually partition the table using disk utility, install from there, and then what I'm going to do, I can maybe check the imaging thing one more time to see if it'll work. I doubt it will. Alright, we are repartitioning the table manually now in disk utility. And after this, we will boot into a Windows installation. Which actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever tried doing a manual partitioning with disk utility and then booting off of that EFI disk. I never combined those two approaches. So I might try that and then do the other installation option. So, yeah, well,
you had the most luck doing manual partitioning, but you weren't, because that's where our problem happened in the first place. It gave you that EFI BIOS thing whenever we did manual partitioning, but we never actually booted from the EFI off the disk.
That's a good point. I think that might be what I missed. So I'm going to try that and see if that actually hopefully fixes this shit. Alright, this time we got a totally different error. Windows cannot be installed to the disk. The selected disk has a master boot record partition table on EFI systems. Windows needs GPT. Alright, we're back in the boot picker. We have the Windows drive or partition. Let's just see what the hell happens when we boot off of it. It's probably going to explode. Boom! Oh, just kidding. We're going. It's currently frozen here. Let's see what happens. Well, speaking of things and lifespan, yeah, it's definitely not booting. It just actually turned off the entire computer.
Oh shit.
So it's gone. The software is just not going through. So, well, I guess we're going to be calling it for now. You'll have to come and join us next time and see what the hell we can do to actually get this thing working.
Actually making a part 3 to this?
You bet. This is the trilogy. Oh, we're gonna die.
Might as well make it like Portal. You know, each chapter has its own title. We might as well just make this in like chapters.
Oh gosh. Alright. Well. Yep, there goes the computer again. We are in big trouble, but you're not. You get to sit back and relax. So we'll see you in the not too distant future.